Hello and welcome to the Darkest Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing an Amazon review of a product that I just recently purchased back on October 25th. It's a pest control sound generating gizmo that is supposed to work against a multitude of rodent type creatures and bugs, I guess, in your home. And most times you say to yourselves, you know, when they advertise something like this, all of it can't be true. It seems like it's like a snake oil salesman kind of thing. But with that said, and with other past experiences that I had with devices similar to this that I was gifted years ago for Christmas, I would have to say that I was skeptical about this product when I ordered it. I said, well, let's try it. Maybe the technology got better. And the reason why I was looking it up, because of the bloody squirrels. The squirrels were driving me insane. They were getting in my attic. They were going through the walls. You could hear them crawling in the walls. It was ridiculous when my wife is yelling at me at 3 in the morning saying there's scratching going on in the walls. And it's like, it's the squirrels. So I said, well, why don't we just get 2 of these little gems and put them in our home and see if we can make the squirrels go away. Well, I've got the item right here, and it has 2 settings. It covers these concerns setting, and then it's got a second setting is we try to take care of it all. So it's called a dual setting. So I guess the first setting is bugs and whatnot it's supposed to work against, but then the dual setting is bugs and mice. I put on the dual setting. I was like, I want to get rid of anything that's a pain in the butt for me to be in my house. And we'll look on the website here, and it will list the stuff that it will try to repel. What's also nice about it, it's got like if this device is not going to be in a room that you're going to be in, it's got a button on the back here that allows it in a flashing, so it's a strobe light. So not only does it do the noise, it will flash this strobe light every once in a while. So if you put it in your attic, or if you put it in a room where you know you're not going to be in, then I guess the seeing of the flashing lights is supposed to scare vermins away, like raccoons and whatnot. Now keep in mind that they give you a test, and I'm not going to do it here because it's annoying as heck. There's a test setting where you will actually be able to hear the annoying, nasty sound this thing makes. But in its dual setting, or its setting 1 for the bugs, if you're in those settings, the only thing you hear from the device is like a clicking, click, 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 click. That can be annoying if you've got it in a room that you're in. So I would suggest putting this in an area that you're not going to be in a lot of times. Now, where I've got this is I've got a drop ceiling here in my office. So I put this in the utility room up into the drop ceiling, because the drop ceiling is at ground level above me. I'm in a subfloor, and that's where the mice tend to come into my house, is at the door seams or window seams around the foundation, right into the drop ceiling. And then I put the second device, I put it on our 3rd floor or 2nd floor, if you count the subfloor, so our 2nd floor, and I've just got that in the book room. And that's just kind of doing its thing. Now, when I put this in my drop ceiling, I do put the shiny lights on it. So with all that said, you're probably asking yourself, does the thing work? Well, yes, it works. It works for squirrels, at least, because those things they left my house like a sinking ship, because every day I saw them. Every day they were around. Every day they were doing something they shouldn't be doing around my property. You know, biting stuff. You know, biting in the cushions and whatnot. They were getting into my feed bags for my chicken feed. They were just loving life. Well, I haven't seen it since I plugged these things in. I haven't seen a squirrel within, I would say, 100 yards of my house. I mean, I see them out in the woods, but near my house, no go. Now, I'm not really sure about the mice, what it's doing with the mice, because maybe that's a different frequency and it just takes longer. And then when you look at this product, it does tell you that the product's not going to work right off the bat. It's telling you it's got a range of 1,000 square feet, 3 speakers, 360 coverage. I imagine they're correct on that. They're basically, they show you here that in 1 to 2 weeks, these critters will still be around, but in 3 to 4 weeks, the critters will be gone, because what happens is one of the sound frequencies actually kills like bugs. Its vibration actually breaks down their insides, so the bugs themselves, and it does affect spiders, I believe. So every bug, now I don't get much bugs here in the fall in my house. I haven't seen any bugs, so I can't really tell you if it's working on the bugs, but I could say that it's definitely working for the squirrels. I have seen a couple mice outside around my foundation. The other day I saw mice on the deck. Maybe it was on its way out, that it's trying to get away from the sound. So I've only had this gizmo working, a little while now. I don't think we're in the 4-week mark. So hopefully in the 4-week mark, we'll see all my concerns gone. No mice, no squirrels, no nothing. No raccoons. So it tells you here there's a test mode, like I said. There's an ultra blue light mode, a green mode, double blue mixed green mode. What it's saying here, why choose this repellent, is because it's just, it's a cheaper alternative. Yeah, you got to power it, you got to plug it in. But if you're looking at the mouse traps, those can get messy, the sprays. Now, I don't use sprays around like a poison spray or a pepper spray or a rodent repel spray anymore. When I use something to repel rodents, I now use a box of detergent, powdered detergent, like Gain. If you just get a box of that and you go inside your building, so like if you're in your garage or your shed, because mice go around the outer walls. That's what they do. Rats do the same thing. They hit the walls, and that's how they navigate through your house. So if you sprinkle just a little bit of the Gain laundry detergent around your outer walls, it makes the garage smell good. It makes your shed smell good. But those mice will not go into that structure, because once they start hitting that smell. So you can do it on the cheap. You can repel these things on the cheap. Even those Gain laundry fabric pellets that you can add as a booster, those work really well in a sock. If you pour it into a pantyhose or an old sock, tie it up and just hang those in those areas, just a fragrance coming off that will deter the mice, at least. I found that to work really well. So sprays are not the way to go if you're trying to repel them. Go cheap, get laundry detergent, get a high fragrance laundry detergent in the powder form. So this is the old repellents that I used to have. These are the ones I got for Christmas years ago. They didn't work for anything. So I've got the one, this one here. Let's talk about it some more. Let's see here. What's it going to say here? Garage, basement, living. I don't see you sleeping with this thing in the same room as you, because it does make that annoying clicking sound. All right. Let's see here. So I think why I jumped on to reviewing this product, and again, I haven't had it that long, but for what I got it for, the squirrels, I mean, it's working. It's working, because I don't see them anymore. And we're talking the brown squirrels, the red squirrels, the chipmunks. I had chipmunks everywhere. I think it even is deterring the rabbits around my property. I got rabbits everywhere. I mean, I used to count 40 of them on my property. Well, they don't come close to the house as they did before. So it might be working on the rabbits, keeping them away from my house, which would keep them away from my vegetable garden. But I cannot confirm that. I only can confirm that on day, before I had these things, there was a wonderful animal kingdom trying to invade my house, like a nightmare Snow White kind of version of these critters trying to get into my house before winter. And then when I got this thing, this repellent thing, plug this gem in, 2 of them going in my house, no more problem. No more scratching in the walls, no more of that nonsense, chewing. I mean, they were just chewing everything up. They would get it wherever a squirrel wants to go, it'll eventually find a way to get there. I mean, they're smart little critters. and they're really, they're really, I guess what I call cloning education with squirrels, meaning that one squirrel only needs to achieve it, and if there's like all these squirrels that saw that squirrel do it, all these squirrels now clone that information and now know how to do it. It's crazy how evolution has made squirrels, because you only need one of those squirrels to figure out how to get into a feeder, get into an attic way, get into whatever they want to get into. And as soon as one achieves or gets to the goal, all those other ones were just watching. And they're like, one by one, we'll just repeat what that squirrel did. It's crazy. Well, I don't have a squirrel problem anymore because I've got these little gizmos going. But I've watched enough squirrels. And the thing is in where I live, I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to trap them. Definitely didn't want to even consider putting a poison out for them. I mean, that would just be wrong. But putting an irritating sound in my home to kind of push them back into the woods. I've got 10 acres of wooded land. I mean, go for it, guys. You've got 10 bloody acres and a full pond for water. So it's not like you guys need to be in my house. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that built land or bought land, built a home and clear cutted. I left it out there for the animals to live on, the deer and the squirrels and the raccoons and the whatever wants to come onto my property. But when it comes to getting into the walls and my wife getting all freaked out at 3 o'clock in the morning, that's when the nonsense needed to stop. All right, recommend the product. Thank you for joining me. And this has been the Tarkus Zone.